All right, guys, on the bench, we have a pretty rare radio. At least in the United States, it's a rare radio. We have a Simpson-Sears model number 60006. And this was sent in by a customer, Ivan, down in Tennessee. And yeah, so he sent this in to me kind of from the emails we've been, sending back and forth. He's kind of lost hope, I guess, in texts. He told me that he's been sending his radios out, and his radios have been coming back worse than when he sent them out. Um, so he decided to give me a try, and I'm trying to, I guess you could say, restore faith in us techs that try to do a good job. Now, this channel isn't about calling out other people's work. I hate when people do that on other channels. I'm just here for the radios. I'm not here to complain or call out other people's work. So I don't even know who he had sent his radios to previously. All I know is I have this radio here, and we're just gonna do our thing. So I decided to make a video because I've never come across one of these ever. There's been plenty of Sears stuff, radios, but nothing like this. I mean, I've never even seen that logo before, that Atom logo. But yeah, this is a pretty cool radio. So in the emails you had sent me, I tried to see if I had a Sam's manual for this, but I couldn't find one. But this is essentially a high gain 5. I mean, it even looks, like a high gain, same colors, same everything. And this radio is in awesome condition. The only thing I see are these 3 little spots down here. But other than that, this radio is almost flawless. And yeah, I don't think this thing has a warranty anymore. So either way, that's gonna get voided. But I don't think we have to worry about that. But yeah, so I just want to make a video on this because I've never come across one. So yeah, so this is actually from the emails you had sent me. It is actually a high gain 5. It's probably a Cybernet board, not probably. It's what it is in there. So it's and I actually do have the Sam's manual here for the high gain 5 here. So we'll use this as a guide to get this thing aligned. So he said he just wanted it recapped, and if it needed an alignment to do it, I mean, chances are it's going to need an alignment. But yeah, that's the fear he has that I guess he's been getting the stuff recapped and aligned, and it's been coming back worse. But anyway, I told him, I reassured him that I do things by the book. I tried, not to reinvent the wheel. I try not to know more than the engineers that designed the radio. So I just do what the instructions tell me to do, and I've never had an issue. So, but anyway, moving forward with this. So yeah, this is. You can see it doesn't have an FCC number. It actually has a DOC number, and that's Canada's Department of Communications. And yeah, so this is a Canadian. I mean, it's made in Japan, but it's a Canadian CB. So I actually didn't know about Simpsons, and so I'm kind of like a history buff. So I kind of did some research. So just a quick history on how Simpsons and Sears came to be. So I guess Simpsons was started. This is according to Wikipedia. So if facts are wrong, don't blame me. So it started in 1858 by Robert Simpson and this guy Trent, and it was Simpsons and Trent groceries, boots, shoes, and dry goods. I guess a fire happened, and then it was just renamed to Simpsons Company Limited. And then Robert ends up dying, and his daughter and wife take over the business, and they sell the business I think I read for like $135,000 to like three Canadian businessmen. So then moving on to 1952, Sears Roebuck chairman Robert Wood, I guess, sent a letter to the president of Simpsons asking for a partnership, basically to expand. So it's kind of like a mutual deal. Sears wanted to expand into Canada, and Simpsons wanted to expand their catalog and department store chain. So that's kind of what happened there. So they decided to do that. So now I guess there was a bunch of rules. So the Sears stores couldn't open a store within 25 miles of existing Simpsons only stores, which they also agreed to. So I guess the Simpsons stores were in Toronto, Montreal, Halifax, Regina, and London. So I guess, and the agreement was not to Simpson-Sears couldn't open up stores within 25 miles of the existing Simpson stores in those cities. And in turn, Simpsons agreed to not open up any other stores outside of those cities. So a fact also is in the 1960s, Simpsons became one of the first Canadian stores to start using computers. So I guess they had these just for like these punch card machines. I guess they had these big rooms with like special fans and ventilation for these IBM mainframes that basically whole rooms just to control a punch card. So crazy how how technology has come. But so in 1972, they ended that 25-mile restriction. They opened up some more stores. I guess things aren't going too good. In 78, the Hudson Bay Company acquires the Simpson stores. And I guess according to a federal competition law, so Simpsons and Sears were required to terminate their partnership. And so I guess they were allowed to keep the name, Simpson-Sears. But yeah, so in 1978, that's what happened. And I guess if you go by the date, chances are this was right at that year between the merger between Simpsons and the Hudson Bay Company. So even though this does say Simpson-Sears, this was probably during the Hudson Bay years. And I don't want to bore you guys anymore with anything, but I guess things weren't going great financially. By like 1984, the Sears Simpson stores become Sears Canada, and by like 1991, I guess things get chopped up amongst all the companies involved. The Simpson-Sears kind of ends. The Hudson Bay renames some stores the Bay. Things move on, and I guess it was the end of that. And then, yeah, 1991 comes along, and I guess everyone starts getting scared that Walmart was going to start making their way up into Canada. So I guess, things end up going all haywire. But anyway, that's the brief history on the Simpson-Sears merger, or whatever you want to call it. So now moving on to the CB. So yeah, he just... Ivan just wants this recapped, and then if it needs an alignment, to go ahead and do any alignment. I guess the microphone jack is a little weird, but yeah. Anyway, let me get this on. Let me do a preliminary, inspection on this. Get this on the meter and see what we're getting for power. All right, covers are off, and we can confirm that this is a Cybernet chassis. And actually, the mic is from High Gain. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and use the Sam's 291 manual because I couldn't find a service manual specific for this model. So we're just gonna use the High Gain 5 procedure here in the Sam's 291. But something I found interesting is, I don't know if it's because this is one of the later books from 1980, 291, but normally it's usually Sam's making the manuals for the manufacturer, but in this case, Sam's published Hygain's procedure in their book, which is kind of the opposite of, the other Sam's books. So I found that interesting. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and follow this procedure here. And yeah, so I can confirm that it is, the same chassis. So let's see what this thing's putting out for power. And yeah, let's see. Oh man, it's no good. What do we got here? 2 watts. This is on AM. Audio, 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 audio. Radio check, radio check, radio check. Wow, swinging maybe 1 watt. So we got some definite issues here. Put this to sideband here. Audio, audio, audio. Oh man, no sideband. Audio, audio. Oh, okay. Well, he told me he just wanted it recapped, but I don't know if he knows that this thing isn't putting out much power, no power on sideband. So I don't know if he just thinks maybe recapping this is going to solve his issues. I mean, it might, but unfortunately, well, these are good radios. This has the that VCO there that's potted. It's got a electrolytic and a Varacta diode that's potted in epoxy in there, and it's considered a non-serviceable part. It sucks. I mean, back in 1980, we can just swap this out with another VCO, but they're not available to change out. So hopefully, that VCO block is actually okay. But what we can actually do is, once we get all these electrolytic capacitors replaced, what we can actually do is do this VCO circuit alignment and check these voltages. And within 1.4 and 2.3 volts. So when we go to align this, if we can't get these voltages right, chances are this VCO here is something's gonna have to be done with it. And I'll take one thing at a time though. So I just wanted to do a preliminary check. Whenever I get a radio in, that's what I do, and then that way I can see what I need for parts, what I have in stock, what I don't have in stock. But I'll probably get back to this in about a week or so. I got a couple of other radios that I need to get done first, but at least I can get an idea of what's going on with the radio. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll make a part 1 and a part 2, and once I get the caps in here, I'll do another video, and hopefully we can get this power back up, and hopefully it'll fix this issue. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you guys updated, and like and subscribe. And if you guys have any comments, suggestions, just please leave them. Thank you.